Hey everybody, welcome to the Nicest guys. It's Aaron, and today I am going to be looking at the sign of the Beefcarver menu. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was young, there were quite a few restaurants in the area that I remember. You had like Sign of the Beefcarver, obviously, is one of them. Mountain Jack's, Steak and Ale, just a few local chains that I would see from place to place and time to time. Come to today, many of those places are now gone. However, there is a Sign of the Beefcarver left. So, my friends and I were talking at the bar, and we were considering going to Sign of the Beefcarver because apparently they have the best carrot cake ever. Now, I do not believe that at all. I think it's a complete lie. But just to play along, I decided to take a look at the menu. So, you can look at it live with me right now. I looked at it a little bit on my phone the other day, but I'm really going to dig deep into this menu. So please share this experience with me. So let's see. I'm just going to go to, they only use the finest ingredients. Every dish is baked or steamed and never fried. And that's very good. I don't know if you know much about Sign of the Beefcarver, but I think it's basically one of those Sunday spots that older people go to and after church or whatever they do, and they basically want the most inoffensive bland food ever, and Sign of the Beefcarver seems to be it, and I think that's what they're catering for because, again, not fried, only steamed or whatever they said. So let's just go into what they're talking about. Let's see, it began in 1957. Oh, this computer is running really slow right now. Sign of the Beefcarver is an early American-themed cafeteria restaurant with waitress service. Let's see, we'll skip ahead a little, go through the line and choose your meal. Jumbo shrimp cocktail, fresh green salad, sounds great. Oh my goodness, this website is, okay. Fresh green salads, fruit, jello. Jello is always a plus. Hand-carved roast beef, and a selection of entrees, potatoes, steamed vegetables, and soups. I mean, it sounds, very buffet style. I might have gone when I was younger, but I definitely do not remember going here ever. We have our first food picture here, and we have exactly what's kind of pictured here. We have some shrimp, some shrimp cocktail. All right. I think that's a potato. Can I zoom in? Oh, what is your site doing? It's going crazy on me. I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's a pie. Oh, it's a pie. Sorry, this is not the best monitor. You guys can probably see better than I can. Some green beans, a burnt piece of bread right there, then mashed potatoes and gravy and roast beef. All right, it doesn't look too bad so far. Just normal, normal buffet food. Very inoffensive. Fine. So let's see. We can look at today. Let me just look at today's menu. Let's see what's going on here. Wednesday the 7th. All right, we have baked scrod. All right. I'm loving their plating here. They're taking like somebody's grandmother's plates out of her cupboard and just flopping three things on the plate, and that is how they are presenting their food. I mean, I did a little bit of food photography, and this is not what I would normally do. However, I might put one caveat here. The audience that they're going for here might really appreciate this kind of look because, again, I think they want the most bland, inoffensive food ever. So I think they have found it. All right, chicken a la king. I mean, I don't know what that is technically. It looks like creamed chicken and a biscuit, so I'm guessing that's what it is. Macaroni and cheese. All right, looks very powder based. Fine. Meatloaf. Now, that meatloaf does not look bad. Okay, I'm not a huge meatloaf fan at all. I never liked it, but it looks much better than the last meatloaf I ever had in my life. I think mine was made with ketchup. This does not look like it was made with ketchup, so that's a 1-up on my meatloaf. All right, the roast beef plate, which seems to be the heartiest plate on here. Very inoffensive and fine. Roast beef sandwich. Oh, this looks like a stealth French dip. I mean, I'm not a fan of soggy bread, honestly, and that's why I've never really like French dip sandwiches, and this looks very soggy because it looks like the sandwich is just sitting in the gravy when it comes to you, but whatever. Roast beef sandwich, fine. All right, spaghetti with meat sauce. Is that Parmesan on the side, I'm guessing, and that looks like the most ketchupy spaghetti ever. Most bland, inoffensive spaghetti that you can get. I mean, it's not, quite how I would make it, but again, I am not the beef carver, so however this is what it is. And that's today's menu, okay? Is that all they have? All right, let's just go to our food. I guess they have a very shortened menu. I'm blaming that on COVID because I would hope that they have more. All right, we have a nice picture that somebody took with their cell phone of their serving area. Nice. We went over these, so that's today's. Oh, some things we missed. We have salads. We have that shrimp cocktail, a very wilted lettucey salad here with some unknown dressing. I think that's potato salad there. I don't know what's going on there. And Jello, which is the best salad of all. Jello is a great salad. Some steamed vegetables, and it looks like some corn there, and some steamed carrots, green beans. All right, broccoli, home-made soups. I have to check with my guy that edits stuff for me at my job and see if homemade is one word or not. I would always do one word. I'm probably wrong though. I don't know what those soups are. It looks like maybe a vegetable, a beef barley something. I'm not sure. We have some desserts here. I'm seeing a key lime, 3 pies, and 3 pies and a cheesecake, which is also technically kind of a pie, but also a cake. Also, the number one cake, the best cake, is the cheesecake. Now we have some daily featured entrees. Okay, baked salmon. Here's the zoom. There we go. All right, the site's working for me now. I have it on its mobile version. Okay, zoom out somewhere. All right, baked salmon. Yeah, so this is not how I would make salmon. I mean, mine is normally not orange. It could be the lighting there, but yeah, it's a very orange salmon. It looks like part of it got braised and part of it didn't, which is weird when you bake it, but I'm not judging anybody. Let's go to the baked haddock. That looks like a piece of fish on a plate with some tartar sauce and 2 lemon pieces on the side. Very nice. Barbecue beef. Okay, there is a bowl of beef here. Lovely. All right, I'm always a fan of a bowl of beef. What else do we have? And at Sign of the Beef Carver, I'm sure it is the best possible beef because this is the beef carver, okay? All right, let's see. Barbecue chicken breast. I do not know what is going on there. It looks like a plate of white rice with the blob sitting on top of it. All right, well, I'm not judging. Barbecue ribs. Yeah, these are definitely very sauced up ribs. I'm sure they have the finest grocery store sauce that you can buy. Beef and macaroni. I like the garnish. They just perfectly centered this garnish, and then they sprinkled around the place and said, boom, beef and macaroni. We've got it. This is how we're going to present our beef and macaroni. From what I can tell, I've never made beef and macaroni, but it looks like they made a gravy with their beef, kind of a red gravy, and then slapped some macaroni in it, and then plopped it on a plate. And that's beef and macaroni, from what I can tell. All right, we're getting to the ethnic portion of our menu. Beef chop suey. Yeah, okay, we have Uncle Ben's white rice. And I'm guessing that's some beef in a very dark sauce. I'm not the best cook of Chinese, but I think you're missing some seasonings there. I don't know. I can't tell what that is. Okay, beef enchilada. Now we're going to Mexico. All right, this enchilada definitely has a red enchilada sauce. There is one beef enchilada and a side of sour cream. I think there's some cheese on it. I do see some orange here, so I'm guessing there's some cheese. All right. Beef liver and onions. Now, liver was never my favorite thing ever. So because of that reason, I have absolutely no idea what liver is supposed to look like when it's cooked. That looks very well done. Is liver supposed to be well done? I don't know. I don't make liver. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that the Beefcarver knows how to make liver. Beef stew. Okay, a very small bowl because that looks like a baby carrot, and the bowl is twice the size of the baby carrot. So this beef stew must be a very, very small serving. Again, the beef is very dark here. The Beefcarver must really like darkening his beef that he carves, but I'm just gonna go ahead with that stew. It's probably great. I see some potatoes in there, very small pieces of potatoes, but I'll roll with it. Beef stroganoff. Okay, the beef stroganoff honestly does not look that bad at all. I mean, beef stroganoff kind of is what it is. You have noodles, you gravy up your beef, you dump them on the noodles. That's what you get. If I was to go to Sign of the Beefcarver, knowing that their number one specialty is to carve beef, I would probably get this beef stroganoff. I think this is what I would go for. Catfish. Again, you get a one piece. I mean, not how I make catfish, but I mean, it could work if it's the white meat of the catfish and you just flour bread it. Wait a minute, they don't fry anything. Yeah, they definitely said they don't fry anything, and that definitely looks breaded and fried to me. It could be breaded and baked. Don't get me wrong, but this catfish, it's suspect. I think, yeah, it's sus. I think this might be fried. I think they're cheating on their menu right here. What's next? Oh, the chicken a la king, which we went over already. Okay, I think both of these are supposed to be lemon chicken. They look weird because I don't understand why only part of this piece of chicken at the bottom is brown. I mean, if you're baking it, the whole thing kind of cooks. And then I don't know what's going on at the top. I mean, I'm guessing it's a lemon sauce. And I see the right. It just does not look appetizing at all to me. I'm sorry. This is not the best looking chicken breast right here. I know I try to be nice to things, but the chicken breast over rice, it's just not very appetizing to me at all. So I'm just going to go past it. Okay, so I figured this out. It's a sign of the Beefcarver. So this guy with his knife and fork, he knows how to carve some beef. But when it comes to chicken, he's a little confused because this is not the chicken parmigiana that I have ever seen. I'm just confused. I mean, it looks like a cherry sauce and then melted ice cream over melted cheese. I don't know if it's the photography. There's something white on the side of the plate. I don't know what's going on here. It might just be a bad lighting. Maybe it's just the photographer's fault, but that definitely does not look like chicken parmesan. I know this is supposed to be the Parmesan cheese and that's the sauce, but man, it looks like ketchup.
Here's what I found out in YouTube.
And so, yeah, I complain so loud that my TV is talking back to me now. That's how bad that this chicken parmesan kind of has me going. So what else do we have? Okay, chicken stir fry, which seems to be pieces of chicken sliced longwise on top of vegetables. I'm guessing that's probably a sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, I mean, the sauce should be involved in the stir fry, and I don't know what's going on with this barely sliced breast. That looks like it's in some kind of weird packaging. It's like something is birthing from some kind of plasticky membrane. I'm just gonna keep moving. Again, this is a sign of the Beefcarver. He just does not know chicken. Chicken tenders, again, they aren't fried. Sus chicken tenders right here. Chopped round steak. It doesn't look chopped. The mushrooms are chopped. I see a slab of steak here that doesn't even, it looks more like a sirloin. Okay. This is veal steak. Veal is known for being very blackened and brown. I mean, every piece of veal I've seen has looked like this. So obviously the Beefcarver, because veal is a baby piece of beef, the Beefcarver really knows this veal. So I'm just gonna say I've seen and done veal wrong all of this time, and the Beefcarver knows exactly what he's doing. All right, knockwurst and sauerkraut. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. So this lasagna, again, I don't know why they keep garnishing these Italian plates. It's like every Italian plate, dash, it's Italian. But this lasagna is kind of, I don't know what's going on. Like everything else on this menu has been red. Like the everything has been so red, and then you get a lasagna, and it's the darkest, brownest thing ever. I mean, it doesn't even seem to be really layered. It looks like it has 2 layers. So you have your cheese on top, and then you have a meat layer, and then maybe a thin layer of noodles, and another layer of meat. It's missing sauces. It's missing vegetables. Oh boy. Well, again, a Beefcarver. It's not the Italian carver. It's the Beefcarver. So we're going meatloaf again. A meatloaf looks fine to me. It looks better than what I grew up having. Pepper steak. I'm sure you can't get pepper steak wrong. I mean, the rice obviously has no seasoning on it, but again, you don't want to give people high blood pressure if that's what you're catering for. So, all right, pepper steak it is. Roast beef hash. I actually have never had roast beef hash, so I'm just going to take the Beefcarver's word that this is what it's supposed to look like. So, okay, go with your roast beef hash. So this is what I saw when I first looked at the menu, and this is kind of what made me do this. So shrimp Creole is one of those things I make. I go to New Orleans all the time. Well, before COVID stopped me from doing so. My family cooked a lot of Creole because they were from the state next door, so a lot of the dishes that my grandmother grew up making were kind of inherited from Louisiana. So I know a little bit about making shrimp Creole. The first thing in shrimp Creole that you have to get right are your shrimp. Now I am looking at this, and I'm sorry, I have to zoom in. I'm looking at this, and I see one shrimp. Now, I could be wrong here, but if you look here, this looks like a shrimp. And then we have our onions and our green peppers and whatever that is. And again, it's over Uncle Ben's rice. And you have one piece of shrimp. So I have no idea how this shrimp Creole tastes. It might have the best shrimp Creole sauce ever. But if your shrimp Creole does not have any shrimp, I don't think you should serve that shrimp Creole. I'm sorry, I can't be nice. You can't do shrimp Creole like that. So Beefcarver lost me. Okay, don't stay out of Creole. Stay with your carvings of beef and your Old West flavor, or whatever you're doing here. But do not go. New Orleans is not the West. So stay in your lane, Beefcarver. Don't do this anymore. So back to beef, we have sirloin tips over noodles, which looks like beef stroganoff, only a little bit darker. All right. Yeah, that seems to be a big rule of the beef carver is this, but very dark. Smothered chopped steak. Um. Oh. I've never made a smothered chopped steak. I don't know what is supposed to be on it. This looks like my dog had a bad meal, and then some cheese went on it. I maybe this is what it's supposed to look like. Again, Beef Carver knows what he's doing with beef, so I'll just go with that smothered chopped steak as is. Stuffed cabbage. All right, we're back to the reds again. Beef Carver remembered to make everything red, so the stuffed cabbage is stuffed cabbage. That's what I expected, pretty much. Stuffed chicken breasts it looks like the same lemon sauce that is used on everything else. I don't know why the breast is like a ball of chicken, and why it has a line along the center, and that it's kind of burnt. And I think that it is next to like a Thanksgiving sauce. Next to it, I am just a little, I don't know what it's stuffed next to, like that cranberry sauce. I think that's a very dark cranberry sauce. Maybe my computer screen is messed up and I just can't see right. But yeah, it's a little cranberry. I looked on my better screen, but no, it's just not working for me. I'm sorry. Again, the beef carver does not know chicken at all. Stuffed peppers. Yep, okay, it's a block of ragu sauce on a block. I guess that's a pepper. I don't know. I'll take their word for it. Okay, these pork chops. I'm confused at how they cook things. Like, why is the sides like blackened, and then it's in the center, and it's on some kind of goo, and it's two pork chops. There's nothing stuffed there. I'm really confused about this. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Swedish meatballs. We're back to the stroganoff again. This time we're just gonna do meatballs with the same sauce, and it's Swedish meatballs. Okay, I get that you trick Beef Carver. You just have a stroganoff every time, and you just change the meat a little. You carve that meat a little different. All right, Beef Carver, I'm up to your game right now. Yep, that was cranberry sauce because they reuse it for the turkey and dressing, which is mashed potatoes, turkey, and dressing. I mean, it's what you expect from a buffet. I said when I talked about this on social media, I am not a fan of light gravies. If that's your thing, if that's your thing. You do you, but I mean, it is what you expect. Yep, back to that veal parmesan. That's corned beef and cabbage. Look, it's just not the right color. Nothing's the right color. Everything is just so bland and like it's like the life has been pulled out of this food, and you're just eating like the raw, pure molecules left over once the life is gone. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like every piece of soul was just sucked out of here, and this is what you have left. And then maybe that's what people want when they go to the Beef Carver. I mean, if I went there, I'm sure it'd be a kind of like, I imagine like the end of Casino, with all the older people going in the casino and it being like, they're kind of happy, but it's kind of a soulless affair that's just missing the spirit of everything of a restaurant. And then I imagine myself as Robert De Niro, just looking, giant glasses, just kind of looking with disgust at it. I mean, that's probably what would happen if I went to sign at a beef carver. Now I might have to go just to kind of make a point of all of this, but yeah, I don't know about. It's yeah, my. I'm not gonna say that they don't handle their 80 variations of beef stroganoff badly, but what I will say is that everything else seems to be handled very badly. I mean, this is some of the blandest, lifeless food I've ever seen. I don't know. It's making me not even able to control my pad here. It's are they even open? Oh, they are open today. Good hours, 11 to 7. Perfect senior hours. You wake up at 10, you go there, you go at 7, try to pick up the blue-haired honeys, and then you take her back home to the home at 7, get your thing going. At 8, go to sleep, wake up the next day, and eat your pudding or whatever you do. And yeah, there seems to be one left. I remember there were quite a few spread all around the city. We have one lone survivor now, which is better than we can say for Mountain Jacks and Steak and Ale and places like that. It seems to be in Royal Oak. I drive past it quite often when I go out that way. I think a lot of people might know where that is, right on Woodward. And so, like I said, I might have to go out there. I might have to make it a thing. I'm going to subscribe to their email club because I would like to see what kind of promotions I could get. And maybe the group of the nicest guys and I can maybe go out and do a beef carver trip and see how we like it. So that might be our next experience. So unless anything else is going on here, yeah, it doesn't look like there is anything else. Oh, we do have a gallery. Let's see if it's any different than what we saw. All right, the inside doesn't look bad. Looks like, a waiting room of some kind of lodge. That's not all bad. Okay, we have a very 10 pixel JPEG. I'll scroll out some there. Yeah, that's the preview. All right. It didn't like that. The mobile version did not like that. So we have the sign of the beef carver. So the sign of the beef carver here. A nice fireplace going, nice serving area. See, these pictures aren't bad. I mean, even these aren't the worst. I mean, you have, your shrimp cocktails there, keeping them cool, wilted salads, but, it's what you kind of expect, along with that one big cucumber, which you expect from that kind of buffet salad. The buffet line. Some prices. Guessing the roast beef and yeah, they have all right. Steamed corn, our steamed vegetables. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, that is their specialty, obviously. Sugar-free apple pie. Now, just like nobody's mother made, but I mean, you got to give it a chance. Cheesecakes here. Oh, you have to have your A1. I mean, if you're dealing with people that are complete middle America boomers, have your A1 right there because it will be poured all over the steak. I'm actually very surprised that they have red hot and Tabasco sauce there. That is actually a surprise. And is that soy sauce over there? Yeah, and I see the Kikkoman. And some Worcestershire sauce. So their sauces are a little surprising. I didn't expect them to have that many. All right, we have a pirate ship. I'm sure there were beef carvers on ships, so I think that's why there's a pirate ship there. Okay, yep. Gotta have your ketchup. Always have to have a ketchup there in the station. I forgot to mention that. Oh, they have a hand sanitizer here and it looks like the hotel lobby guide telling you places to go in Royal Oak, probably. And the dining room again, and a clock. And the clock has a lion and something else going on. And yep, all right. So anyway, that is sign of the beef carver. I think that's enough talking about this menu. We might have to follow this up by going and getting an actual review of Sign of the Beef Carver, so look forward to that. But as of now, I am out, so see you guys next time. See ya.